Hey guys, it's Jen here from Nails by Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. So today's video, I am going to be doing some glitter. So I'm going to show you guys how to do glitter 3 different ways, but I'm also going to use 2 different, textures of glitter or grits of texture. One is a super fine, and the other one is just kind of like one step up from that. So I'm going to be showing you how to do a sugar nail. I'm going to be showing you how to just do the sprinkle method and encapsulating it, and then I'm also going to show you how to burnish it in. So if this is something that you're interested in, stick around, keep watching. As always, don't forget to click that like and subscribe for me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off. I've got my swatch sticks and I've got 6 of them because, like I said, I'm doing the glitter 3 different ways and I've got 2 different glitters. So one of the glitters that I have is a new one, and it is from Young Nails, and this one is called Crystal. I want to show you another one that they have as well, because I've actually been using this one more, and this one is called Resolution. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will do it with the Resolution one because that's the one that I have been using the most. So we'll use Resolution, but both of them are a very fine glitter. Resolution has sort of more of like an orangey kind of goldy blue hue pickup to it, and the Crystal is just like your traditional iridescent. So I've got that one, and then I also wanted to show you with a more, I don't want to say it's a chunky glitter, it's just not quite as fine. This is like our regular sort of traditional glitter. So I'll show you the difference in size so you can see there is quite a difference. The Resolution one is so fine, like almost pigment. It's just so fine. And then this other one, which I don't have a name for it, you guys, I'm so sorry, but if you guys know where I can get a glitter like this, because I'm almost out of it and I don't know where I got it. I don't have anything written on the bottom. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that when I repotted my glitters originally way back when, I did not write any of the names on the bottoms because I was not smart. And now I'm finally running out of some of them and can't replace them because I don't know where I got them. So I've also got, I just picked a gel polish here. I've got Fresh Water from Madam Glam. It is a blue color. So the first way that I'm going to show you, so I will show you the same method, but with both of the glitters. That's how I'll show them to you. So the first one, I'm just going to do the sprinkle method. Basically, if you have a client who wants a little bit of a shimmer or, you know, a little bit of a glitter, on their color, you basically just want to sprinkle the glitter right into the gel polish and then cure it. And then they sometimes want it top coated so it's not a sugar nail, right? Because they don't like the texture. So you have your gel polish, and I'm going to get my little thing from Glitter Mix Canada that collects the glitter because I've never used it. So it's this little doohickey right here. I have never used it, and it is exactly for this. It's also for applying like crystal pixies as well. So there are 2 little trays, one here and one here, which is perfect because I have 2 glitters that I'm going to be using. So essentially the client would put their finger here, and then you just want to sprinkle the glitter. So I'm going to do that with this more grittier glitter, I guess you could say, first. And you want to make sure that it covers every inch of this nail, right? Every part of it. And I don't have very much, so, you know, unfortunately. And then you just want to tap off the excess, and I usually just tap their finger. And then you get that straight into the light for a full cure. And then I'm going to take that little glitter holder out, put it back into its dish, and then I'm just going to use the second one for this one here for the Resolution glitter, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I just wanted to do the two types of glitter so that you can see the difference in texture from a super, super fine glitter to like the regular size. I don't know what these sizes are. I know that there's like 0.08 and 0.04 and 0.0. I have no idea what these sizes are. I can try to maybe check on Young Nails. There's just a little fuzzy right here on Young Nails website and see if theirs says the size. It does not say the size on the bottom of the jar anywhere. So yeah, it just doesn't say. Again, you just want to sprinkle the entire nail. And sometimes it's actually a good idea also to just give it a few seconds to sort of sink into the gel polish. Just give it a second before you tap it off. And I just love this fine glitter, you guys. It completely changes when you put top coat on it. So I'm going to get that into the light as well for a final cure. And then I'm going to take out my little scooper and put it back into the jar that it belongs. Like, this little tool is actually quite handy. All right, so then what you want to do is to dust off the excess, right? So this brush here, this is actually my very first dust brush that I ever bought. I got it from C&D. There was no name or anything on it, but I bought it. It was a C&D brush when I bought it. Honestly, it's just a shaving cream brush. When they add shaving cream to the face when they're doing straight razoring and stuff like that. That's all this is. But the bristles are like the perfect texture to dust off glitter. They're not super hard that they're gonna like irritate the client's fingers or hurt the client's hand, but they're not so soft that they're not gonna like get the glitter off, right? They do really get the excess off. Then what I like to do is take a file of some sort. Let me just grab one here. And I always like to go along the side walls just to make sure there's none of that glitter like poking out really badly, and along the free edge. And then you're going to top coat. Now when I top coat, I always top coat with a thicker top coat. So I use the Young Nails gloss, but if you have any type of a hard gel or a thicker viscosity, a builder gel or something. So this one is almost empty, this jar. You can see there's glitter in it. It sinks to the bottom. So it gets glitter in there and it's almost empty, but I'm gonna see if I can just scoop what's left out and use it for this tutorial before opening a new jar. I might get a few rando glitters in there, but that's okay. And then you just want to seal it in. Now you may have to file over this as well once it's sealed in, once you've got the top coat on. If you still find that there's lots of pokey outies, as I call them, glitters that are really poking out, you can go over it with a buffer or a file just to kind of smoothen out those areas. And also another tip, which I think most of us do this nowadays, is you can flip the nail over a little for a few seconds just to let that gel kind of settle and, just, I don't know, it just settles it and makes it more flush and everything like that. So with chunkier glitters, you generally do have to go through and file, and then you will final top coat after you file and seal it in. Now this one is such a fine glitter that I haven't really found that did I not? Oh, you guys, I didn't frickin' turn on the lamp. All right, so I just redid that one. So once this one comes out of the light, I, would just kind of wipe it and then feel if you need to go over it with a buffer or anything like that. And I definitely would say I do, because there are some gritty bits on the sides. And you don't, this will irritate your clients, honestly. I mean, you can ask your client and say, can you feel it? Will it bother you? If it's not going to bother you, I'll leave it. I mean, you can ask them. Some of my clients don't care, but something like that, it's going to be gritty and sort of like Velcro, and it will snag on a lot of their clothing and things like that. So if you can, you just want to give it, like, the top is actually quite good. It's just the little bits on the sides here that I find did not smoothen out. And then you can give it a final top coat. Yeah, and that'll be fine. So you guys know I love the Young Nail stain resistant, but for tutorials I'm just using other ones that I've either received or that I've purchased just for tutorials. So I'm just using a tack-free top coat, and I'm going to seal that one up and get that into the light and turn the light on. I can't believe I did that. All right, so here is that other one once again. Now I've got gel polish in my brush. So if you dust this one off, this one you will notice it's so much finer. So I still will go along the side just slightly, just to kind of smoothen that a little bit, and along the free edge, just in case there is something really, really poking out because you just don't know. And then again, you can go in with your thicker top coat, or if your regular gel top coat has a little bit thicker of a consistency, like a medium viscosity, you probably could get away with that. I'm going to attempt to do that, and you will see how much it changes. And I might just have to do 2 coats of this top coat also, because it's just a bit thinner than the other one. But it changes the glitter on it very much so. All right, so I'm going to get that in. And this is the first one, and you can see there's just a little, I don't know, there's just a little pokey outy here, but clearly I didn't file that enough. But other than that, let me see, I'll just get that off there. All right. All right, so that is that one, the chunkier glitter. It's very, very nice. This is really, this would be really nice for snowflake nails, actually, this blue with this glitter. Ugh, I hope somebody knows where I can get that glitter because it is so stinking pretty. All right, so here's the other one. Let me just feel it. Yeah, I would do a second coat just because it still has a little bit of texture. So either way, you're still going to do 2 coats unless you just top coated with the top gloss and did not add like the second top coat. But I don't love the shine of the top gloss from Young Nails. It's not quite as shiny. So I prefer to also then do a second coat of like my stain resistant or whatever shiny top coat you use. All right, so that is that one. So here they are side by side. You can see quite a difference in, when you're using a thinner or a smaller, a finer glitter over a chunkier glitter. Very, very pretty, both of them. All right, so let's go into now just sugar nails, right? So that I can show you the difference compared to when you add top coat, like I just did, as opposed to just sprinkling the glitter in the nail. Sugar nails, I love how they look, but a lot of clients cannot handle the texture. And I usually tell my clients it takes a couple of days, and then they do sort of smoothen out slightly. For the first couple of days, they definitely will feel like Velcro. So if you just tell your clients, they're usually fine with it. And then I have others who are like, yeah, I can't do texture, so they just want me to top coat it. So it's the exact same method. You basically are just sprinkling the glitter into that wet gel polish or gel paint, whatever you're using. Give it a second, and then dust it off. And then you're going to get that into the light to cure. And then we're going to do the other one exactly the same. Now this glitter here is my favorite glitter to do sugar nails with. It makes them look like candy. That's why they're called sugar nails, because they're like those sugar coated candies. Oh gosh, like the gummies we get and they have a sugar coating on them. That's exactly what these remind me of. So I'm just going to sprinkle this resolution glitter into that nail. So I will generally just go directly into the gel polish, but you can also apply a layer of tack-free top coat and then the glitter. I would say that if you apply it into the tack-free top coat, it is going to last probably a little bit longer. But most of my clients who I do it right into the gel polish, they come back and it's totally fine. It's just worn down a little bit, but it's going to wear down no matter what, right? It's not going to stay exactly the same. But you just kind of have to play around. If you want to be on the safe side, I would definitely say put on your gel polish, cure it, then add a layer of tack-free top coat, and then your sugar or your glitter, and then cure it, and that will give you probably the best result. But I just want to show you here how they look, because they look amazing. So I'm going to pull that first one out. And again, I would just go along the sides just to kind of make sure that there's nothing major sticking out, and along that free edge. And then you want to dust off any excess. And then it's just like that. So I'll show you it compared to when it's top coated. This one is a little different. It's not quite as drastic of a change from the finer glitter, but it just sparkles differently. It just picks up the light, even better without top coat. Very, very pretty. But of course, there is texture. I mean, you can even see if I turn it to the side, there is some texture. So if a client does not handle texture well, this will not work for them. And then this one, again, I'm just going to go along the side a little bit and along that free edge. Give it a little dustaroo. And let me show you the difference compared to the other one. Huge difference. Like, to me, this looks exactly like a sugar. This is the epitome of what a sugar nail is supposed to look like. It looks like a sugared candy. I've actually had, I did a set actually using this color and doing sugar nails, and I've had clients come in, they're like, you know those ones that look like candy? That's what I want. And then I tell them, well, just so you know, they're going to feel like sandpaper. And they're like, they're either, oh, okay, that's fine, or they're like, oh, heck no. So this one, the texture is a lot more like sandpaper because it's a lot finer. The other one is a lot coarser, but they both look super nice. Oh, I love them. I love sparkles so much. All right, the next one is going to be burnishing the glitter in. Now, I haven't done this for a really, really long time. So basically, you want to have a gel polish or a gel paint that has a tacky layer. I have not tried it with the Madame Glam gel polishes, so I'm hoping it's going to work. Because I've done it in the past with Mosaic's gel potted gels, and they do have a tacky layer, and it worked amazing, but I have not tried it with Madame Glam. So I'm going to get this in the light, and I'm going to cure it for, let me see, should I cure it for the full cure? I'm going to cure it for the full cure. I'm going to cure it for a minute, and we're going to test that one first and see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm going to try it for 30 seconds. Basically, you want to make sure that you have a tacky enough layer that you can kind of flatten the glitter out. Now, again, also something I haven't tried. I have not done it with a super fine glitter before. I've only done it with a glitter of this size. So I don't really know that this one is going to do anything or make it look any different, because what happens when you do the burnishing, I used to just actually use my finger like with a glove, but I'm going to try it with a brush today. Basically, you just are going to kind of very, very lightly burnish that glitter, and what it does is it pushes the glitter flat so that it gives it a different look and a different texture. So I don't know if you can tell. So basically, you see how the glitter looks over here where it's kind of piled up? Compared to what it looks like over here where they're kind of flattened and they're just kind of sitting in the bottom of that jar. That's the kind of difference I'm talking about. So we want to go ahead and put our little scoop back in here. I'm going to sprinkle the glitter onto that tacky layer, and I'm going to hope that it works. And basically, we're just going to kind of, like I said, very lightly take the brush, very, very lightly with the absolute lightest touch. And I'm just kind of going in a circular motion, and I'm just rubbing that glitter and flattening it down into that tacky layer. And it does look like it's working, you guys, so I'm very excited about this. Very, very lightly. It's important that you don't push hard because you can rub the glitter off. So now when I dust this glitter off, I am not going to use my shaving cream brush. I'm just going to use this brush, And you can give it a tap first, give the client's hand a tap, and then I'm just going to lightly dust over to get the excess off. And it again gives a completely different look. I'm just going to dust some of this glitter into the jar or into the little scoop. Because it flattens the glitter out, it looks completely different. It almost gives like a chrome effect. So let me grab the one that I first did and show you the difference. Huge difference. So then you would just top coat that. So I'm going to grab, where is my top coat? Oh, there it is. So then you just go ahead and top coat, and you might have to do 2 coats, but because these are laying pretty flat, it should be okay. You might, again, like just go along the side to smoothen out, but you don't want to push too hard because you could kind of flake away some of those glitters, and you don't want to end up with like big holes from them being flaked away. So let's get this one top coated, and then I'm going to do the fine one. And again, I'm not sure that the fine one's going to really have the same effect because it's so fine, but we will find out. All right, I'm going to get that in the light. Okay, so where's my other swatch stick? So I've got this guy here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just paint on a layer. I'm going to cure it for the full 60 seconds, and then I'm going to burnish the fine resolution glitter into this as well, and hopefully it works. All right, so I just pulled that first one out and I just kind of gave it a touch, and it's pretty smooth. You probably could get away with just the 1 coat, but I am going to just do a second one. There's just a few little texture pieces that I could feel, so you probably want to do 2 coats just to make sure that it's nice and smooth for your clients. And then we're going to do the burnishing of this fine glitter resolution. Again, sprinkle it right onto that tacky layer, and then ever so slightly just begin to burnish it in, and let's see if it makes a difference in the texture and how it looks. It is sticking, so I mean that's a good thing, but is it going to really look any different? I don't know. It's so fine. So again, I just want to dust off the excess very lightly. And then let's see, it almost looks like some spots are kind of whiter than the rest. I almost have to push a little harder with this one to get it burnished in. Almost just, yeah, you have to use just the right amount of pressure. So I am putting a little bit, I don't know if you guys can tell, like right here is kind of, it's almost looks like it's more white. It's a whiter patch, like it almost just like hasn't, like it's like it hasn't gotten wet or something. So I'm just kind of going over the areas and just pushing a little bit harder, nothing crazy. I'm not pushing or scraping the color off, but I just wanted it to get more even. So it does look cool. Let me show you compared to the first one we did with the top coat. So it is very, it almost mattified it a little bit. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like with the top coat. Let's do that. Do I need to do the sides? I'm not going to do the sides on this one. Okay. Oh, okay. It does, I think, look just a little bit different than the sprinkle method. Let me get that in the light and then I'll compare them. All right, so this is the chunkier glitter. I will show you all 3 of the chunkier glitter so you can see the difference. So this one is the sugar nail. This one is the sprinkle method with top coat, and this is the burnished one. And you know what's funny? The sprinkle method with top coat actually looks like it even changed the color of the gel polish underneath. I don't know if it's showing in the camera, but these 2 here, the color looks identical. This one here looks like almost a little bit more teal, and maybe it's because of the glitter and the color of the glitter that it just is kind of changed it a little bit, but yes, there is a definite difference in all three. This one is obviously very textured, but it looks really cool. I would say that one sparkles the most. I really like the burnished method as well though, because it, like I don't know if you can tell, when I move it up and down, it gives like a chrome effect. It's very, very cool. Okay, let me pull out that last one. Oh, it looks almost like it mattified a little bit, you guys. Okay, so we've got, okay. Interesting. It does look slightly different, but I'm going to put a second coat of top coat. Yeah, I'm going to do a second coat just to make sure, because the other one does have two coats. I just want to get a second one on here. Okay, I have to say, you guys, I really like this little, what do they call it? Dip powder recycling system. I really like it. I usually just use a paper towel and then dump it back in, but this is way better. It's so cute. Highly recommend. I'll link it below for you guys. I have a coupon code for Glitter Mix Canada as well, so you can use that. All right, let's get this one out. All right, so we've got our sugar nail, our sprinkle method with the top coat, and burnished. It's pretty hard to really see a difference between the burnished and the sprinkle method because the glitter is so fine. Ooh, there's a slight difference, but nothing that like anybody would notice unless you put them side by side. Like no client is gonna know the difference. Yeah. It almost wants to pick up a little bit of chrominess also, just like the first one, but I'm not sure if you can tell as I'm turning it that it does kind of pick up a little bit more goldy kind of chrome. I love this one though, you guys. I love the sugar nail. Okay, now I will just show you all three of them so you can see them all together if I can hold them all. So that is all, or six I should say. So the sugar nails, sugar nail, sprinkle method top coat, sprinkle method top coat, and then burnished. Oh, I love that burnished one. This one here, love that. It's just got such a chrome effect to it, you guys. It's so, so nice. These just remind me of winter, getting ready for Christmas. I ain't ready yet, but just saying. All right, guys, so that is it for this video. It was really fun to do. I have not done the burnishing for such a long time, so it was really fun to try it out and to try it out with that super, super fine glitter. And really, I don't think that there's any need to do it, but with the other one, yes, with the other texture of glitter, it absolutely works. I think that that actually might be my favorite one out of all of them would be this one here. I would love to know in the comment section which one you guys love the best. For me, it's between these two. I love the sugar, like the candy nail, and then the burnished one with the chunkier glitter. So, so nice. I hope that you enjoyed this video, you guys. If you did, please share it with someone else. And as always, have an amazing day.